All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game. Yeah, gotta love the big plays. Welcome to a game between Sock versus Moon, Game 2, taking place here on Swamped Temple. And I named this game 2, even though it really isn't. It is the second game I'm casting between these two players, but it is not from any tournament that I know of. I believe these are just all NetEase games. NetEase being the main way Chinese players play BattleNet. That's the best way to explain it, since all of their support is also in Chinese as well. Anyways, first thing eagle-eyed viewers will notice coming in from Moon, treat Moonwell first without an altar of elders. That does normally mean a tavern hero, but what tavern hero will be chosen? I don't see a follow-up Ancient of War either, so without an Ancient of War at the start, it means that he's not going to be trying to do that much creeping, and he should mainly be doing harassment. Meanwhile, back down to the south, we see Sock pretty much going for what you would expect to see. Archmage coming in with a barracks. Farms will be finished off here in just a moment. There finally is the Altar of Elders, as the Altar of Elders being placed down at the 1 minute 25 second mark. That means if that time, I believe that timing might actually be perfect to get this building done by 2:15, which allows you to hire up the tavern. All right. Let's take a look back across here. Farm. Archmage about to be completed. Footman now making its rounds out to do a little bit of scouting. Altar of Elders is right there. A lot of Wisp in the trees here to try and get to tier 2, I gotta believe. And is this going to be just a straight up rush into Dryads? No, Hunter's Hall already being placed down. All right, so a Hunter's Hall being placed down relatively early, and you can see that the Hunter's Hall is actually positioned in a way to try and protect some of these Wisps from getting harassed. Ancient of War is actually being placed off over here, as it is going to be a Beastmaster. This is the only place really I can easily keep up with NetEase games. Well, that is the reason why I cast NetEase games, because a lot of people don't have a significant other. My spouse translated the NetEase website for me to allow me to do this. So if you ever see Mrs. Time Nazi on my Twitch streams, that is my wife. Be kind to her, as she enables me to do this as well. It's not she doesn't let me. She actually enabled me to do this so that you guys can watch all of these NetEase games. All right, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest almost finishes off this one Quill Beast off over here. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Beastmaster heads back north and south again. Now we should be teching the tier. Okay, no tech to tier 2. Moonwell's now being placed down. The Beastmaster trying to do a lot of harassment, but could be low on Moonwell and mana sometime soon. Archmage still sitting at level 1, wants to get to level 2, and once it does that, the Archmage with Brilliance Aura could actually cause a lot of problems. Wisp already taking some of those units back across over here. Let's take a look. Is this guy going to get finished off? Well, wow, one more shot would have done it. Passive regeneration for the win, or for the save right there, as we're going to take a look at a Wisp getting in a detonation pretty much on nothing. All right, let's see. Let's take a look. Oh, who got the kill there? I'm not 100% sure. Archmage does get to level 2. So yes, Archmage does get the experience finally, as the Archmage still wanders back around. Quill Beast going to join in on the fight, try to finish off and poke down one of these peasants again. Perhaps this militia should have medium armor and just stay like that, so it doesn't take as much damage from the darts or the quills of that Quill Beast. Beastmaster wandering back and forth, sitting at level 1. Tech to tier 2 has not been started. Ancient of War are training up hunts. There's a Tree of Life coming in from Moon as well. And I don't know if this was actually Moon's long-term strategy at the very start of the game. Dual Ancients of War now, in order to perhaps try and do a little bit of catch-up. This seems much more reactionary than actually a long-term game plan. It feels like he's going in all sorts of different directions at the same time, but that also means he's adapting his strategy based on what he's seen from his opponent. militia now trying to squeeze away will be able to do exactly that. 2 militia hiding back in the backfield. Meanwhile, double Forest Troll Shadow Priest show up to the party, and those should be able to get off more than enough heals to keep those units alive, as the Huntresses do not want to dive inside. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, Huntress Tree of Life getting set up. This Tree of Life should be going after this 5-4-4-3 creep camp that will give the Beastmaster level 2 and maybe even halfway to level 3 at this stage, as the Tree of Life now makes its way back off to the north. Now, the question for Sok is going to be, is he going to realize what the strategy is? Does he really believe that there is going to be a quick expansion or an expansion follow-up play as this Beastmaster tries to clear out this top right-hand side? He is going to go ahead and make his way off to the north here. Alchemist now joined in. Sok is in a good spot, as we also have Forest Troll Berserker. Huntresses, however, going to go straight after that Forest Troll Berserker. That could be a problem. And we see an Acid Bomb now being placed down. Multiple units getting hit right there. That Forest Troll Berserker is going to have a very bad day, as the Huntresses are going to, well, make short work of all of those units. They do move faster and are dealing big damage indeed. All right, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, where is it going to run off to? That little bit of bounce damage. Well, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest turns against each other, as this Tree of Life now down to 1,300 hit points, trying to walk away. All right, Tree of Life chasing after this Water Elemental. Water Elemental will end up getting taken down, giving experience to the Beastmaster. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, all of a sudden, these units are in a very, very uncomfortable position. Huntress now down to 215 hit points. Will it be able to get away, taking a little bit of bonus damage indeed, as the Beastmaster is going to go straight after these units. Moon is actually in a good spot, chasing and pressuring, just because he has faster moving units. Low hit point Huntresses quickly try and Shadow Melt. They're going to be able to hide, and Moon now looking to be in a great spot, as he is about to set up an expansion with the help of this 1,300 hit point Tree of Life. Back off to the north here, Water Elemental is going to spot all of this, perhaps get some damage onto that Tree of Life right there. That Tree of Life could end up getting taken down, as it is suffering damage from across multiple units. Are the other units going to try and make their way over? That is the question, as there is still Forest Troll Berserkers and a Null Warden here. Null Overseer will finally get taken down. Water Elemental shows up to the party. Wisp could get taken out. Footman trying to engage. There is only, I believe, one Rifleman here against a sea of Huntresses. Archmage is not going to be that strong either, and sheer numbers is going to be the problem. 41 supply compared to 39. Moon somehow has the larger army at constantly the right spot, as the Huntresses focus down unit after unit. Rifleman already down to 200 hit points. After arriving onto the scene, it's going to get taken out at the hand of those Huntresses here, as the Beastmaster is now at level 3. Meanwhile, Alchemist, is it going to be able to escape? Down to 68 hit points, down to 47, it gets taken down. And this is a reversal of what we saw in the first game. Sok is now seriously behind, as Moon has the economic advantage and the hero level advantage. Still sitting at Tree of Life though, so tech advantage does belong to Sok, but will he be able to ride that into, well, a proper victory? Rubber Cookie, Genghis style stronger army through high mobility. Yeah, all they need to do is just learn to ride those Huntresses while they're asleep to get proper rest, or those, I guess, giant cats. All right, here we go. Beastmaster already at level 4. Lightning Shield onto the Quill Beast. That will get pulled back there in just a moment. Scroll of the Beast on the Beastmaster, as it now moves around. Lightning Shield being used to try and take down multiple creeps there. It looks like the Lightning Shield actually took down multiple units without the Huntress's help. Meanwhile, a Tome of Knowledge in the backfield. Beastmaster trying to get to level 5, but picks up Slippers of Agility and that tome there. Alchemist sitting at level 1. Archmage sitting at level 2. Riflemen getting added once again. And one of the big issues are Riflemen now. Are the Riflemen and the Mortar teams enough to counter a mass hunt strategy? And can you do it without the Mountain King? Mountain King rifle works extremely well, as the Thunderclap allows the rifleman to get in enough damage to pick off those units once, one at a time. Enforcer now going to get taken down here. Alchemist, sitting at level 3, also has Boots of Speed and looks to finish off the remainder of this Brigand and an Apprentice Wizard creep camp. Off to the north, Beastmaster is sitting at about 4 2/3, looking to finish off this expansion location here. Gonna just dive on in and be able to finish it off. However, things could go very, very poorly. Acid Bomb onto a handful of Huntresses as the units are now going to try and back on out. Rifleman being able to perhaps pick off 1 or 2 of those units. Huntress escapes at 37 hit points. Rifleman trying to pick off units one at a time. Scroll of Healing was used in time. Acid Bomb, 1 Huntress gets taken down as the Rifleman may be able to continue to pick off more units. There goes another 3 riflemen who look to be surrounded, however, are capable of shooting their way out of a bad fight. Archmage using a Scroll of Town Portal. I'm not quite sure if I agree with that. It didn't seem to be in that bad of a position at all. All right, that may have been a fat finger, a slip up, a trip, Sock using a Scroll of Town Portal while he had a full hit point Alchemist pretty much. And I think that may have just been a misclick. All right, trees getting cleared up here. Archmage should be able to make its way out. 1 guard tower knocking as, well, the doorman to this base as the guard tower is getting repaired back. And now we are going into 2-0 upgrades. All right, supply count 40 compared to 46. Expansion off to the north. Ancient of War Moon doubling his opponent's mana, or excuse me, gold harvesting right now. Meanwhile, Rock Golem gonna get taken down. Alchemist gets up to level 3. Archmage is already at 3 and could try and finish off more and more of these units again. Meanwhile, where is, well, the Huntress able to dive on in right here with the Beastmaster. All those units are engaging straight up. Massive repairs are underway. Riflemen are going to try and fight back here. Low hit point units fighting in the back. Beastmaster is in actually a curious spot right now as he's going to be forced to perhaps try and Staff of Preservation. Nope, not going to be able to Staff of Preservation. That Beastmaster, where is he going? Actually caught in a really tough spot. Gonna go ahead and use the Staff of Teleportation instead. 1 Huntress still inside this base, sitting at 455 hit points. More guard towers being added. 1 rifleman just watching at this spot right here, right now. What is going on? Not 100% sure. As the Huntresses may try to land once again. Back off to the north. Let's take a look. Scroll of Town Portal quickly purchased. Archmage going to get into position. No Arcane Sentry that I can see. And that Arcane Sentry would just shut down this Huntress. Meanwhile, back at the other side, Tree of Ages just now completed. Or it was now completed. And now, well, let's take a look at this 51 supply for Moon as the Alchemist looks to shut down one of these Ancients of War. Back down to the south, a massive drop inside the base again. The guard towers quickly gonna get finished off. The Thunderhawk with that bonus magic damage, destroying units and destroying those towers in no time flat. Huntresses look to finish off this base here and trading an expansion for a main base. Moon will do that all game long as the Tree of Life gets shut down. Teleporting back down. Are we going to see any of these units get taken out? No, you are not. Beastmaster Scrolls of Town Portals, while the remaining ground units just shadow meld. 44 supply compared to 46. Expansion is for now taken out. It will take some time before it gets reconstructed, but that is perhaps more than enough as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest gets destroyed right there. Huntress upgrades 1-1 on those upgrades. Riflemen are 2-0 upgrades. Not going in for any additional upgrades. We are going into Arcane Sentry. A bunch of priests being left behind as the kobolds and the enforcers wandering back and forth here. I'm trying to get a little bit more experience. You can see there are Ents, or excuse me, not an Ent, a Sentinel watching that position. 45 supply compared to 46 as the Alchemist now makes its way back over here to the bottom right. Altar of Kings here, ready to go. Arcane or Scout Tower is here as well. Scout Tower gonna get pressured by double Quill Beast. Are we gonna perhaps see some Dispel magic? Yes, we are, but not enough to finish off those Quill Beasts in time, as they have 600 hit points each. Meanwhile, Beastmaster sitting at level 5, very close to level 6, but will not get Thunder Lizards from creep camps, as you cannot get to level 6 on creep camps at all. Archmage now making its way off to the north here. Water Elemental getting into position. Quill Beast is right there. Damage being dealt on both sides. Perhaps the Water Elemental could try and wake itself up on those creeps. There you go. There's the Purge, as the Huntresses clean up the remainder of this Force, High Troll, and Null Overseer creep camp. 47 supply compared to 47. Expansion now 3/4 of the way being replaced. Rifleman still seeing that 2-0 upgrades. One Scout Tower now being upgraded to an Arcane Tower again, as Sock still does not have any follow-up plans yet. Beastmaster now heading back over here to the top level. Do you get XP towards the level or none at all? You get 0. All experience from creeps is reduced to 0 if you are at level 5. So you want to back off from that spot completely, as you see, well, that Tree of Life almost taken down. Archmage may need to try and back off here. Quill Beast dealing more than enough damage to put pressure on that Archmage, as that Archmage is looking to retreat. Archmage, let's take a look back across here. Rifleman, Priest are going to be healing back up. Archmage was standing in the splash zone. Definitely call that a splash zone there, but did not get healed that much, as it simply ran through. Archmage sitting at level 4. Let's take a look. Tree of Life sitting at 400 hit points, 300, dropping like a rock in a lake. That Tree of Life will get taken down without much of an issue, and this expansion will get, well, pressured. Scroll of Town Portal gonna be able to land perhaps off to the north, but all the Huntresses do back away in time, as this expansion is gone. What's happening next? Huntresses making their way back off to the north. Beastmaster, one Thunderhawk here ready to go. We are also looking at some, well, what is that? Mantle of Intelligence. This is going to get picked up by the Beastmaster. No, it is not. Does not have enough room for it. Actually destroys it. If he can't have it, no one can, as the Archmage now looks to back up again. All right, Beastmaster now accompanied by the Goblin Tinker. Interesting choice as a secondary hero, especially as the Tinker, well, as the Tinker, this is more of a sign that Moon wants to continue to creep. He wants to get gold from these creep camps, and might as well get some useful experience out of it as well. All right, Quill Beast finishes off a Priest right there. There's some more death and destruction once again, as the Beastmaster looks to be able to get away down to 540 some odd hit points. Last Kobold Geomancer here will get finished off. Tome of Strength picked up. Alchemist already sitting at 1,050 hit points at level 4. Now, Tinker, I thought would have been at level 2 already. No, still sitting at level 1. And we'll see what he does in terms of follow-up play. Archmage shows up to the party to try and shut down some Wisp. There, however, are some detonations, and the Archmage may be forced to Staff of Teleportation back up to regroup with the rest of this army. All right, damage onto that Thunderhawk. Units now looking to pull all the way back. Riflemen are all here, ready to go, ready for the show. And here we have the fight now getting underway. Riflemen going after the Ancient of War. Ancient of War, you can see the range on those Riflemen actually rather far right now, as that building will end up getting taken down. Meanwhile, back across over here, let's take a look. Dryads getting forced to retreat again. 50 supply compared to 66. Moon has the larger army, but is also harvesting 40% more gold than his opponent. But, well, no buts about it. Moon is actually still in the driver's seat of this game if he's able to get a good, favorable confrontation. All right, let's take a look. Thunder Lizards being used straight up, and all the Alchemist can really say is, get me out of here. I do not want to be part of this fight at all. Staff of Preservation moves the Alchemist, or excuse me, moves the Beastmaster back home to heal back up. If you notice, the Thunder Lizard, he actually used and targeted the abilities so the Thunder Lizards would actually walk from this direction instead of walking towards their direction. They ended up starting straight up on the human army, and that actually was a good play there. Goblin Tinker will stay at level 2 and may actually be able to get very close to level... nope, I take it back. We'll get to level 3 after that level 6, and then if not, that Tome of Experience would have been more than enough. Now trying to clear out a Dragon's Turtle here. A little bit of bounce damage. Skeletal Orc Grunt. You can see slow poison being used. Arrows, cold arrows also being used, as well as the Beastmaster sitting at level 6, using up that Clarity Potion to try and get back up into a favorable amount of mana. Goblin Tinker sitting at level 3. Tome of Intelligence right there. Goblin Tinker getting very close to level 4, but could have a very bad day as the Alchemist shows up to the party. Acid Bomb going to finish off some easy units. Is the Alchemist going to pick up the item? Resurrection, the Rune of Resurrection picked up by the Goblin Tinker. Rockets now onto all of those units here as the Alchemist is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Is he going to Scroll of Healing? Yes, Scrolls of Healing in time. And, tries to transfer the potion or the Scroll of Town Portal only to see it get stunned temporarily. Archmage is in serious trouble. Scroll of Healing was used to try and keep all of those units alive a little while longer. There's the pocket, the rockets stunning multiple units again. Lightning Shield now on the Beastmaster as the stuns just keep on coming in. Sock is in serious trouble now after that battle, even though he had the preferable units. Rifleman against all of those Dryads and Huntresses. He was just unable to keep his Alchemist alive, which, well, should have been able to use multiple acid bombs to make that focus fire much more effective. A little bit more healing still getting underway. Let's take a look back across here. Beastmaster sitting at level 6, going after some units. The Goblin Tinker sitting at level 4. If it gets to level 5, level 3 rockets with those stuns could be a problem, especially as there is a pendant of energy on that Tinker. He has more than enough mana to just continually stun a large group of units. Now, also, expansion. No expansions in play coming in from Sock either, and that is going to be a big problem as well. Goblin Alchemist halfway resurrected. The Dryads, the Huntresses want to make sure that it does not see the light of day again. Meanwhile, one guard tower here. The Beastmaster could just bring himself over to try and destroy it. Dryads, 1-0 upgrades, really putting pressure onto this, about to take it down. One Dryad could end up getting taken down there. There it goes. Beastmaster now with Thunder Lizards just splashing damage onto all of these buildings here. Yes, it has run out a bit of mana, but while this army is away, what can really be done? Sock needs to get away here. So many buildings being destroyed. Beastmaster acting as a pincushion to try and stay alive, and looks like it is doing exactly that. Thunder Lizards destroying this base, pretty much taking down all the static defense. And at this point, Moon is gladly going to trade a main base for an expansion, as Sock slowly but surely trying to finish off these Ancients of War. All right, main base pretty much nearly destroyed. The gold mine was nearly mined out. Not much lost there, as Moon is going to finish off this base. And now, well, it just may turn into a full-on base race. But then again, no one is even trying to take down Moon's main base yet. Tree of Life down to 206 hit points. The Entangled Gold Mine in the back here. Is it going to perhaps try and detonate? There is also a Tree of Ages down to the south, entangling this gold mine as well, as the Water Elementals just heading around every which way. Goblin Tinker at level 5. Beastmaster sitting at level 6. The Goblin Tinker at 5. There's finally a Scroll of Town Portal. Rifleman may be able to pick off a unit or two. Oh, Staff of Sanctuary. Is that actually gonna... I gotta follow that. Oh, it does hit. All right, very, very, very long distance acid bomb. This Huntress, is it going to actually get taken down? No, I believe the Moonwells are going to heal it back up. Yes, there it goes. But it could have done enough damage to actually kill the unit, as it is down to 550 hit points. Riflemen show up to the party. Tree of Age is going to take a lot of damage. Water Elemental going to go ahead and engage here. This is more to make sure, you know what? Army versus army, who's going to win? Rifleman Riflemen trying to try and finish off some of these units here. Let's take a look. Thunderlids is off to the north. Rockets stunning multiple riflemen again. And you can take a look. Those Huntresses are going to get focused down rather fast. Acid, the Alchemist really needs to start acid bombing something, as we see the Archmage now taken down. Scroll of Healing not in time. Staff of Preservation saves. Alchemist gets taken down. Beastmaster is at level 7. And that is the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you see, please subscribe on YouTube. Go ahead and check out my channel. It is Crota Gaming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys on Battle.net.